What's going on, my beautiful people? My name is Grant Ellman, and welcome to an episode of Authentic Life. I'm just absolutely buzzing right now because I had a moment ago just an experience that brought me to tears, and I wanted to turn on the camera and try and share this experience as quickly as possible with the hopes that it will reach some other people and provide some value to other people. How do I begin? I have been following Dr. Joe Dispenza's work for quite some time now, a couple months. I was turned on to his work, and for those of you who don't know, Dr. Joe Dispenza is an expert in epigenetics, quantum physics, and spirituality, meditation. He had a very profound experience. I'm going to try to summarize this as quickly as possible. He had a profound experience when he was in a triathlon about in the 80s, I believe, and he was hit by a truck. All of his vertebrae were just completely shattered. Like, he was told that he would never walk again maybe, and he needed this crazy surgery, and even with the surgery, he might never walk again. And he just decided that he was going to try and mentally reconstruct his spine and essentially just heal himself only using the power of his own mind, which people would think that just sounds insane. But within 12 weeks, he was completely healed. He was training again. He was running his chiropractic clinic, and he realized at this point that he needed to spend the rest of his life dedicating himself to studying the mind-body connection and just this idea of mind over matter. And so he's developed over the years a series of techniques and meditations to help other people achieve what he's been able to achieve, to be able to get into a state of mind where you are boundless and you're connected to the infinite field of consciousness, which people have described, historically as God. People have described as samadhi, as just this experience of divinity, of connecting to the infinite. And I was fortunate enough a couple days ago to stumble across a guided meditation from one of his books, and I believe it was read by Paul Babin is his name. I'm going to put a link to it in the description below. But I was listening to this meditation, and I was, kind of just following along. And usually I'm not a big fan of guided meditations, but the last 2 days I've used this meditation using Dr. Joe Dispenza's techniques, and just had an experience that literally moved me to tears because it was so beautiful. I felt, and I still do feel right now, just this sense that I'm not separate. I'm connected to everything, In the yogis and in the East, it's called samadhi. It's just this experience of infinite oneness and wholeness and connection with the divine. And I just wanted to share how I'm feeling right now because, if everybody could have this experience, I wish this experience upon everybody in the world. Literally, the world would change so dramatically. And over the past, couple of years or so, I've struggled very, very significantly with mental health issues. I've struggled with depression and anxiety and constant fear, constant battling with myself. I think it's normal. I think it's normal for us to have these struggles, but I've been in a position where I've crippled myself through my own thoughts. I've been so just tied up in my own thoughts and so tied up in my ego and myself that I've crippled my ability to really express myself as the person that I want to express myself as, and be the force in the world that I want to be the giver, be the lover, be the, the creator that I want to be in this world. And it's very difficult to describe what I felt during this meditation, but if I could describe it in one word, it would just be wholeness. And that's exactly what Dr. Joe describes in his seminars, is people just feel so whole that all they want to do from that point on is give. And that's how I feel right now. All I want to do is just be of service. I just want to be as great of a servant to the whole, to the betterment of humanity, to the betterment of all life on this planet as I can. And I'm so grateful for this experience, and I'm going to continue to do this work and continue to practice Joe's techniques. I'm going to look more into his week-long seminars that he does, because I really believe that there's so many roads to fulfillment and enlightenment and everything, but I think Joe has really created something. He's got something special. He has a way of accessing these things, a way of explaining it, a way of allowing other people to experience it that is unmatched. And I really just highly recommend you check out his work. I'm going to put a link to his website in the description box below, as well as a link to Paul Babin's narrated guided meditation, which is extremely powerful. Thank you so much. I think his name's Paul. Thank you so much for making that. Anyways, I hope this video was useful to you, was helpful to you, helped bring some value to your life. But again, I just want to say that we are all whole. We are all worthy of love. We are all powerful. And most importantly, we are not separate. We're not separate from each other. We're not separate from the divine. We're not separate from God or samadhi or whatever you want to call it. You know, we don't have to call it any particular thing. And I know the word God holds a lot of stigma in our culture, especially here in the West. But if you practice what Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about, and you know, you make an effort to connect with this divine force on a daily basis, you will feel healed, you will feel whole, you will feel protected, you will feel like you are connected to something much, much bigger than yourself, and that force is guiding every action in your life. And I am going to dedicate myself from this point forward to trying to have that connection to the divine on a daily basis, because I believe that, you know, if everybody could have this experience, it would be world transformative. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. I really, really appreciate you watching this, and I hope I was able to convey just a fraction of the love and potential that I felt during this meditation, and I'm still feeling right now. I'm still just kind of buzzing from this experience because it was so powerful and so transformative. And I've been meditating now for probably about 4 or 5 years on a semi-consistent basis, and I've only had, you know, this real samadhi, you know, full oneness experience a couple of times. It's happened, you know, very occasionally, and I think if I continue to practice Dr. Joe Dispenza's techniques, I'm going to continue to be able to access this on a more regular basis. And I'm so excited for the future, and so excited for the potential that I have to create, and the potential that all of you have to create as well. So thanks again for tuning into this video. Much love and peace.